So let's get to some of these questions, Walter. Let's see. So the first question that I see up here, uh, you know, Andy Guys, I'm going to go with that. Goosey, I'm not exactly sure. I apologize, Andy. Wants to know what business opportunities are there through government contracting for agricultural products.
Well, the great thing about the federal government is they have to telegraph all of their buys, and they utilize a system called the Federal Business Opportunity website. So if you go to www.fbo.gov, you're going to find a sophisticated portal there that has a very sophisticated search engine. And if you just type agricultural products in the general search engine, it's going to bring you all of the agricultural opportunities that the government has been looking at over the past 12 months. And most importantly, those that they are looking to buy in the next 30, 60, 90 days. And that utility has a more sophisticated search so that you could stratify your search by agency. Like you would be looking for things that would be coming out of USDA and the like. So you could stratify your search based on the specific agency. The source that you're looking for is fbo.gov, www.fbo.gov. That'll get you started.
All right. So the next question is, what product or service did you sell, Walter, to the government to get your $8 million contract?
Logistics. And I remember when I was, thinking about getting into this space, and a buddy of mine who was the chief financial officer at Hughes at that particular point, he said, Walter, you should get into logistics. And I didn't know what that was, right? Because I was coming from the days of material storage and handling and warehousing and the like. But it was in the area of logistics, and we helped an agency called Ditra when they built their new headquarters just outside of Fort Belvoir, relocate all of their assets from building A to building B through storage. So that was a logistical contract.
Got you. Okay, so I see a question from Darian Clark. Darian states that I just received my SDVOSB identifier. How do I land my first contract?
Well, the thing that you want to do, and I have a very mature system that I've put in place for veterans and disabled veterans. I actually created a community of practice for us. It's called the Maximum Practicable Utilization Network. So you'll want to go to mympu.org and register as a member. And once you get behind that particular, get into the portal, there is training. There's a community that's willing and ready to embrace you and show you how you can team up and partner up with them to take advantage of your SDVOSB certification. Now, I'd like to ask a question, because a lot of people get this SDVOSB certification thing mixed up, and I don't know if you can ask the question back, but I'd like to know whether or not that was a VA CVE verification that you recently got back, or if it was some other state level certification, because those things tend to be meaningless, whereas the VA verification is meaningful.
Got you. Okay, so Darian, if you heard that question, he said yes. So I don't know if he's saying yes to. I hope he's saying yes to the one that is meaningful.
Yeah, he's saying yes that he just got CVE verified and for
VA CVE, correct.
VA CVE, and what a lot of people don't recognize, we fought an aggressive battle all the way through the Supreme Court for a Vets First legislation, Public Law 109461, which gives veterans the first bite at the apple within the VA, right? That's the second largest budget in the federal government. So to say it in a simple fashion, last year, the VA's entire budget became available to bigger small businesses. And your listeners have the ability to be early adopters by joint venturing and partnering up with disabled veterans. And I'm not going to be able to exhaust it all here, but the opportunity is out of this world.
Got it. Yeah, I see a couple more questions in here. Let me get to the most important question. So KOG Acquisition states, how do we work with Walter ASAP? Destination Bingo states, how do I get your class? So basically they want to know how can they, patron your services, and then how can they get in touch with you if they want to work with you, or just have you as a consultant or advisor.
Well, I'm semi-retired as a consultant, so that's why I tell people I drive a boutique consultancy. I only do work with people that I know and like. So in order to get me as a consultant, you got to know someone that I like. And then that's just a luxury that I found myself in at this point in my career. But as far as this content is concerned, I'm going through an aggressive process right now of taking this proven content and finding a way to make it cost effectively available to everyone that's within the sound of my voice. And one of the conversations I'm having is with Lawrence and the Black Business School, to allow them to disseminate it and make it available to you. And hopefully those discussions will bear fruit. There are some other conversations that I'm having with the HBCU community about them doing some stuff in that same regard. But just between you and me, I'm not going to hold out a whole lot of promise for that. It would kind of slow. Be that as it may, I would tune back into the Black Business School and Lawrence and his groups if you want to get some near-term access. And if you're really zealous and really aggressive about wanting to do something, feel free to drop me an email directly at wcotton@mympu.org, and I'll triage it and see if there's a working relationship available for us.
All right, repeat the email address one more time. So wcotton.
Yeah, it's wcotton. The cotton is spelled just like the fabric, only a little softer for the ladies. At mympu.org.
All right, so I just put his email address in the live chat as well. So if you guys want to reach out to Walter, you can do so there. And then also, when he contacted the Black Business School, I got really excited because this is an industry that we've kind of been looking at for a long time. We were just looking for the right person to actually move on with this course. So if you guys are interested in this course, please press the thumbs up button on YouTube, because that's how I will be deciding if, or Boyce and myself are deciding which courses we want to push forward with and in which order as well. So the more input that you guys give and fervor that you guys give in terms of this is something that you want, the higher the likelihood that we're going to move this to the top of the list. So please make sure you comment, please make sure you share, please make sure that you like this video, because we really do look at those numbers when we decide which courses for the Black Business School that we're going to pursue. So before we get out of here, Walter, do you have any closing thoughts?
I do have one closing thought, because at the end of the day, nothing's going to happen unless people take some action, right? So as Lawrence has indicated, if you all are interested in some additional detail, give them the thumbs up button so that they can evaluate this course and make that information available to you. If you have a interest that's beyond that, as Lawrence says, reach out to me directly. I will, on a case-by-case basis, take on a client that comes through these kinds of relationships. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is do something, right? Don't sit around talking about I'm chilling. We have to be actively involved in the solutions that we want for our communities. And we can't be waiting for someone up on high to trickle it down into our community, even if they're wearing our social uniform. So I'm asking our grassroots level to say, listen, if this is something you want, if this is something you think you deserve, to engage, let Lawrence and those know, reach out to me. Let's bust this dam open so that we can create this rising tide in our community. Because, and I'm going to say this with aggression here, this is a point in time opportunity for us to go in and capture generational wealth. Please join me in taking maximum advantage of it.